Yeah, then they'll tell you might really know what it's like, what it's like. Yeah, then they'll tell you really might know what it's like, what it's like. Yeah, then they'll tell you might really know what it's like, what it's like. Then they'll tell you really might know what it's like. They'll tell you he's got pregnant from a kid named Tom who said he was in love. He said, don't worry about a thing, little Teddy, I'm the man you've been dreaming of. But 3 months later, he said he won't date little Teddy or return little Teddy's Carl's. And little Teddy swears, goddamn, if little Teddy finds that man, little Teddy's cutting off his saxophone. And then little Teddy heads for the clinic and little Teddy gets some static walking through the door. They call little Teddy a killer and they call little Teddy a sinner and they call little Teddy a horse aficionado. That's so moist. That's how I'm doing that. Little Teddy's a horse aficionado. That's so moist, lad. Little Teddy so much. Little Teddy so much. And when Little Teddy poems and food blogs, really, something just says to read it. Oh, Little Teddy says to all people home to marry her. Oh, thanks. Another one to the pile. And another one bites the dust. Michael Jackson, I rush out from Forest coming out soon. I hope $100 US, $112,000 US of currency around. That means one dowry, like very expensive. Steffi Graf said to a fan who wanted to marry her, how much money do you have? I love me some Steffi Graf, I love me some tennis single bracelets, suckle, toes, feet, cafefe, fettuccine food station, cringy, C-I-N-G-Y. These are vocal training exercises so I can enunciate words and pronounce words correctly. Asterisk, I'm like, as long as I came at Deborah, Millie Center should do candlelight vigil for all the humans who died from Mason countries' conflict. Instead, there should be mandatory cultural exchange instead of mandatory military service for many countries like Israel, Iran, and other countries like Dubai. Sharing food is love. We can respect each other's languages, religions, culture, tradition. And if someone wants to have marijuana or alcohol, it should be legal so they don't overdose and die. 60% of the time I have fixed with Little Teddy every time. What the world needs now is for Little Teddy and our single friend or single family member of Little Teddy to post me on Instagram. That is just the one thing of this world. It's too little love. If USA gives around technology to make practical amounts of fresh water from salty water, Iran will love Trump so much. Iran will love Trump so much. Iran will build a golf course for Trump instead of Iran, a Disney World franchise instead of Iran for Trump too. Citizen poison the heart, never lose hope, my dear heart. Miracles dwelling in the invisible. Hashtag Rumi R-U-M-I. 260 days per year we have sunlight in Iran. That's a lot of renewable energy we can be experienced in the Middle East. Ladies. I'll have a Michael Jackson's house. I'll have you on the food menu. Oh, Michael Jackson's house is saying no one really cares about the Middle East. We really says care for peace and coexistence in the Middle East, for the Middle East, by the Middle East, in the democracy. I try to have them. Let's unite for ourselves. Hearts who love very well, whether in Moscow synagogue they dwell, have their names written in the book of love, and vexed book of sin of fears of hell. He beneath the Belfast, John Graham, book of verse, you know, the kind of power, genial, the six of the sorry, penny, never, word, and wow. Carry with us, carry, take, with us, when I was paradise now. I will 10 seconds, sounds like having a smell. It's like they're making a baby and give birth to a baby. Yes. This is these are vocal training exercises, VOCL, so I can enunciate words and pronounce them correctly for all my relatives, everywhere, time and space. Especially my nephews and nieces who I've never met. Culture open doors. Talk is closed. See? Fuck you. Fuck me. Twins, twins, nations, wins. Life is give me a feathers. Now I'm going to Persian word of the day. Law. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely everything. We need law, not war. Qanun. Qanun. That's how we say law. Law, one syllable, qanun, two syllable. English wins this one. Qa, crow sound, qa, qa. Noon. At noon we have none bread. That is law gone today. Back tomorrow, arbitrary laws. Okay. Should have listened to the foundation false speech of the same goal we were at what is more? This is a support non-governmental organization, non-organization, Project Lincoln Foundation, Peter, if you help out, if you guys to work on the jobs against the emoji, a good day, my book, colleague, flamingo, Virginia Fruits, the best. Now I'm going to do cultural news of the day, food, dance, and music news of Clearly Water Trinity. Conservatives clash over hijab law as Tehran streets move on. A senior conservative's assertion that Iran's Islamic system is softly reforming its stance on the hijab has triggered furious backlash from ultra-hardliners demanding full enforcement of the hijab and chastity laws suspended earlier this year. The remarks by Expeditionary Council member Mohammad Reza Bahonar come as Iran's leadership struggles to contain public discontent while facing renewed UN sanctions. The fierce subsequent backlash underscores deepening fractures within Iran's conservative establishment over how far the state should go in policing morality and religious codes. Speaking to reporters on October 3rd, Bahonar said the hijab and chastity law quietly shelved by Iran's Supreme National Security Council, SNCC, in May, is no longer legally enforceable. Mohammad Reza Bahonar, member of Iran's Expeditionary Discernment Council, Mohammad Reza Bahonar, member of Iran's Expeditionary Discernment Council, it was likely shelved due to concerns it would inflame tensions after the 2022 death of a young woman, Mahsa Amini, in morality police custody, sparked nationwide protests which were quashed with deadly force. The paradigms of the Islamic Republic are being gradually and softly reformed, Bahonar said, adding that there is currently no binding or reinforcement law regarding hijab. The system's general decision is that there is no compulsory hijab for law enforced. The veteran conservative bashed Hezbollah's hardline Islamist loyalists for attempting to dictate their preferences to the 90% of Iran's citizenry who want to live as they choose. Savage, naked West. That's so moist. Oh, wow, West. That thong, oh, las. Gonna give me a thong, baby. I am McLovin. At Saturday's heated parliament session, ultra-hardline lawmakers launched a coordinated attack. Which system's interests are you defending in the Expeditionary Council? The Islamic Republic's or that of the savage, naked Western system, a senior member of Parliament, Ahmad Rastineh, said, addressing an absent Bahonar. Those who promote and defend nudity and say there is no hijab law are no different from those who frighten the nation with the shadow of war. Both target the Islamic system, he added. Amir Hossein Bankipur, one of the law's architects, blamed Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf and President Masoud Pezeshkian for blocking its enforcement, saying on state TV that both men had failed to communicate Parliament's decision to executive bodies. In a recent Fox News interview, Pezeshkian reaffirmed his opposition to coercion, saying he does not believe in forcing women to wear the hijab. That's someone I can support. Ban Ki-moon invoked Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's position, insisting the leader has stated several times publicly and unambiguously that there will be no retreat on the issue of chastity and hijab. Oh man, how am I going to get my schmuck vet then with a pancake? Ladies. Hossein Shariat Madari, editor of the hardline Daily Kehan, denounced Bahonar's terminology, saying the phrase compulsory hijab was fabricated by the enemies of Islam and the revolution. Mr. Bahonar has not explained what he means by using the term compulsory hijab. Shariat Madari wrote, if the hijab is a legal requirement, and it is, why should it not be enforced? Quiet retreat. Khamenei last forcibly touched on the issue in April 2023 when he declared that disregarding the hijab was both religiously and politically haram, forbidden. But everything that's forbidden is delicious, like the Forbidden Kingdom in China. Yes. Meanwhile, the reformist outlet Ensaf News reports that Iran's urban landscape has already moved past the old debate. In Tehran and some other cities, the number of women wearing headscarves has markedly decreased, while many others wear loose scarves on their shoulders and the back of their hair. The once ubiquitous manteau coat has nearly vanished, replaced by long blouses and trousers. Crop tops and open shirts have become increasingly visible among young women. A quiet but unmistakable shift in daily life. I'm moist for that. It's very moist. Wow, that was boring. That was the new stuff. Then I'm going to do the same one. Go to the Buddha Bed as Ruay Buddha Bed dance. That's how fast I do my Buddha Bed dance. Okay, he doesn't. Here we go. Another summer day has come and gone away. I went to Paris and Rome, but I want to go home in Iran. I'll face it home. I'm like an exotic beta fish outside of my ecosystem. I needed my fresh fig and quince, pomegranates, almonds, pistachios, pomegranates, more sauce. Ah, parkour. I like to compare my body to Persian body to how to chupan, Persian wolf. So it's like Wizard of Oz movie, but it's also like E.T. extraterrestrial movie, fresh out of little problems. I got a booty lady like what? Alien. I just broke my fast. I had an intermittent fast I was intermittent fasting for 7 hours. I ate 2 pickles and some pickle juice. 2 pickled cucumbers. Oh, that's moist. I love pickles. I love the sour pickle, the texture of it. I love pickles so much. I also marry my own yoo-hoo with pickles. I am gold member. I'm pickle member. Ha! Ha ha! I did it again, I got myself! Ah! That was a suave trap there I just laid for myself. Subconsciously I did that one. Ha! Ladies. Ha! Oh my god, I did it again! 2 times! 2 strikes! Ah! In 2005, grade 10 of high school, I jumped out on me, 120 pounds, I got lumbar disc herniation, I lost my 8-pack, I got a booty belly, I thought it was muscle, I kept worsening it. 2007, grade 12 of high school, I jumped out, I got most out for volleyball, I lost my 8-pack, I got a booty belly, and that's all she wrote. Stupidity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's why against the law in Australia, bans me at a 16-year age from using social media and Instagram here on TikTok. Instagram video on TikTok and other social media. Let's have more youth who will more parkour and say they do extreme outdoor sports. So whatever gives the wings, their safety nets to catch them because they're accountable to the parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties, the whole shebang. I'm crazy and I like it. Loca. I am manscaping myself. I manscape with the claw, and also with a shaver. I have to get out so grandparents could use the shower facilities. For whatever reason, you know you're a Persian when you have 2 showers, but you only use 1 shower for the entire family. It makes no sense. I guess it's to like not break out not have so much wear and tear on the house. But seriously, that's so odd. That's so quirky. That's gotta be. You know you're a Persian if you have parents who do that kind of stuff. They don't let anybody come through the main entrance. They use the side entrance or the garage. Okay, what else? Gotta go and let them shower. Parkour, peace out.